President Biden is calling a federal Texas judge's abortion pill ruling completely out of bounds. The ruling would block access to an abortion drug nationwide. Now the Justice Department is asking for an emergency stay to temporarily block the decision. ABC News senior national policy reporter Ann Flaherty is joining me now for more on this. And the president's clearly not a fan of this Texas ruling. So does the White House have any power against the decision?
Well, so that's the problem. The Biden administration has their hands tied on many fronts. We have something called the Hyde Amendment, which prevents them from spending money on anything related to abortion. That's going to prevent them from buying this medication and stockpiling it. We also have a House that's controlled by Republicans right now. That makes getting any kind of legislation through this Congress very, very difficult. Now, one thing that people have brought up is, can the Biden administration simply ignore the FDA or the court ruling and tell the FDA to keep this medication on the market? All indications are that they want to fight this in court. They don't want to go that route yet. That would be a very extreme position. We heard from the White House yesterday. They said, we're going to try to do this through the courts.
Now, and pharma executives have signed a letter saying, and I'm quoting here, if courts can overturn drug approvals without regard for science or evidence or for the complexity required to fully vet the safety and efficacy of new drugs, any medicine is at risk for the same outcome as mifepristone. So how could the outcome here impact other medications?
So what the Texas judge ruled was that the FDA was simply wrong when it said that this drug was very safe 23 years ago. He substituted his judgment, his scientific judgment, for the FDA. Now, the FDA's powers are rooted in law. This is, from what we can tell, it's unprecedented. So critics are saying, look, if he can go after the abortion medication that's widely used in this country and say it's unsafe, then he could go after HIV medication, birth control, pretty much anything that could be a target by conservative plaintiffs. So scientists stepping in here, companies of biotech companies, pharmaceutical companies saying many of these drugs take years to get through the process, the regulatory process of the FDA. It's going to discourage investment in these new types of drugs if they think it could be on the chopping block by a single judge simply for political reasons.
Now, and several Democratic-led states are now stockpiling this abortion medication. Massachusetts bought enough doses to last a year. What's the strategy there?
So, yeah, a really interesting twist in this story. We're facing this deadline. The administration has asked the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals to weigh in by Thursday at noon. And if they don't, all indications are that the administration will just take this to the Supreme Court. But meanwhile, there could be this nationwide injunction on the production of mifepristone. So what these Democratic governors are saying is, well, let's buy it before that happens. Let's stockpile these drugs and put them in our states so that we have them on hand. And all indications are that providers wouldn't face any kind of legal liability to provide that, because who would go after them? The Biden administration supports it, and it's legal in their state. So they're hoping to kind of ride out these court rulings until it's finished.
All right, ABC News senior policy national reporter Ann Flaherty, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.